Have you ever felt like someone was pulling the strings in your life, but you couldn't quite explain how? Like a conversation ended, and somehow you agreed to something you never intended to? Or maybe you walked away from a situation thinking, why does this person always win? And why do I always feel guilty? That isn't coincidence. That's psychology, and some people know exactly how to use it. Today, we're breaking down 5 powerful manipulation tactics people use to gain control, how to spot them, and how to protect yourself before it's too late. Let's begin. Tactic 1: the guilt anchor. Manipulators rarely control people through force. They control them through guilt. Instead of saying, do this for me, they'll say, after everything I've done for you, this is how you treat me? They don't argue facts. They attack your sense of obligation. Psychologists call this technique emotional debt. They create a situation where you constantly feel like you owe them. They do favors you never asked for. They remind you of sacrifices nonstop. They replay the past whenever you say no, and slowly, you stop living your life for yourself and start living it to avoid disappointing them. How to break it? Ask yourself, if guilt didn't exist right now, would I still want to do this? If the answer is no, you're being manipulated, not appreciated. Boundaries are not disrespect. They are self-protection. Tactic 2: the confusion loop. A skilled manipulator loves chaos, because when you're confused, you're easier to control. They do this by constantly shifting stories, timelines, meanings, rules. You question reality, they rewrite it. You say, but last week you said. They respond, you misunderstood me. You bring evidence. They change the story. This tactic is known as gaslighting. Its purpose isn't to convince you they're right. It's to make you doubt your own memory, logic, and judgment. Once you doubt yourself, you start relying on them for truth. And that's where control begins. How to break it? Write things down. Save conversations. Trust your emotional reactions. If someone constantly makes you feel confused, it's not because you're too sensitive, it's because they're too deceptive. Tactic 3: the hero-victim switch. Manipulators switch roles faster than a professional actor. When they want admiration, they become the hero. When they want sympathy, they become the victim. And sometimes, they switch both in the same conversation. They'll say things like, I sacrifice so much for everyone, but nobody cares about me. They present themselves as the most hardworking, the most loving, the most misunderstood. And when you disagree or set boundaries, suddenly you're cold, ungrateful, the bad guy. This tactic triggers your empathy reflex, because good people don't like seeing others hurt, and manipulators know that. How to break it? Pay attention to patterns, not moments. Everyone struggles sometimes, but manipulators are victims every time accountability appears. A real victim wants support. A manipulator wants control disguised as sympathy. Tactic 4: scarcity pressure. One of the strongest psychological triggers in human behavior is fear of loss. Manipulators weaponize it. They create urgency rules, deadlines, ultimatums. They say, if you don't do this now, I'm done. Or, people like me don't wait forever. Or, you'll never find someone who understands you like I do. They want you to feel like this relationship is rare. This opportunity is rare. They are irreplaceable. Scarcity shuts down rational thinking. When your brain senses loss, it activates survival mode. And in survival mode, you choose the fastest relief, not the healthiest choice. How to break it? Remind yourself, anything that requires panic to accept was never meant to help you, only to control you. Healthy people give you time, space, and respect. Manipulators rush you because thinking clearly breaks their power. Tactic 5: identity framing. This is one of the most dangerous forms of psychological control. Instead of attacking your behavior, they attack your identity. They say things like, you're not the kind of person who gives up, right? Or, you're better than the people who walk away. What they're really saying, if you don't do what I want, you're a bad person. They frame loyalty as morality and obedience as character. Soon, you don't fear losing them. You fear losing the version of yourself they've convinced you that you are. How to break it. Separate identity from decision. You are still kind, loyal, strong, even when you say no. Your worth is not measured by how much of yourself you sacrifice for someone else. How to protect yourself from manipulation. Here are 3 grounding questions to ask whenever you feel controlled. Do I feel respected or obligated? Do I feel clarity or confusion? Do I feel equal or inferior? If a relationship repeatedly brings guilt, fear, doubt, emotional exhaustion, it is not love. It is not friendship. It is control. And control has no place in a healthy life. The more you understand human psychology, the harder it becomes for anyone to quietly rewrite your reality. Manipulators don't fear confrontation. They fear awareness. Because once you see the pattern, their power disappears. Protect your boundaries. Protect your peace. And most importantly, protect your mind, because that is where control always begins.